Hi Capricorn, welcome to Sophquest Synergy. My name is Spence. Welcome if you've never been here before, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. So guys, here we are. It is now the third week in January, and what an enormous time it has been. I started these videos actually right during the full moon eclipse that we had earlier in the month, and it's hilarious, but right along with the astrology as it would happen, there have been so many shocking changes and surprises in my day-to-day life and schedule, and what I had no idea about that was a big surprise to me was that they were going to be renovating in my apartment building. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had to try to work around a lot of renovations, which is why I'm coming to you now. Instead of during the eclipse, I'm coming to you a couple of weeks later now here with the new moon. The new moon we're having in Aquarius on the 24th. So this should be coming to you right about that time. And you guys would have been already going through the eclipse energy and dealing with a lot of changes to your day-to-day schedule. And it feels like, I think it kind of feels like when, like say when Microsoft, 1.0 changed to Microsoft 2.0, right? And you're excited about the new program, the new operating system. And you boot up your computer, you're ready to see what it can do. And it's like all the glitches, right? You have to get used to all the glitches. So it's like a beta testing time. So we've been through these eclipses, right? And now we're sort of in the beta testing time, and we're having a whole bunch of surprising things that we're going to have to take care of and change to be able to work the new operating system. So that's what this sort of new moon is. It is sort of a, first of all, it's new energy. We're moving from earth energy, which is very dense and heavy, into air energy. Sorry, shuffling your cards. Going into air energy, which feels much lighter and just a little bit of a new fresh air kind of feeling. So new ideas, a lot of clarity coming in, and things to innovate. Aquarius is the innovative air sign that innovates or comes up with new invention as it goes along. So the beta testers in many ways, right? So we're in that energy now. So Capricorn, this is going to help you to communicate, to delegate, to talk to the people in your life, and to beta test out the quirks, to work out the bugs. All right, right now I know that we have, let's see, we still have that Saturn-Pluto conjunction. We're right at the tail end of it. They're starting to separate. But that's real life power struggles and power plays happening. So cooks in the kitchen. How many cooks are in the kitchen adding to the soup, right? So it's a lot of that, making these big changes for an eventual delicious outcome, right? Okay. We do have Mercury in Aquarius. That really also, like I said, a lot. It gives you some serious aha ideas. Okay, I'm going to start laying your spread as I'm talking. I am using the Quantum Tarot, and that is by Stopforth and Chris Butler. I am going to be using the Power of Surrender cards, pulling one card from those, and that is by Judith Orloff, MD, New York bestseller, right? And then I'm going to be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards by Stacy DeMarco as well, okay? Today, and I'm going to pull 3 of those. So let me pull your cards and lay them out. I already pre-shuffled all of these decks prior to the reading. Pardon me? Okay, I'm back. Laying out your spread. First card is King of Swords, 4 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, This is such a space age and cosmic sort of deck, a quantum deck. I love it so much. Very right up the alley of Aquarian season. So we have come into Aquarian season, so it's a good deck for it, right? Okay. Two of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. The Three of Pentacles. The Magician. We have the Knight of Swords. And the King. The King of Cups. That crown looked like a 5 to me there for a second. And yes, I've already gotten my new glasses. They are tinted. Someone left a comment once that said, "Why are you wearing sunglasses?" I actually wear tinted glasses. They are my prescription because I take medication that affects my eyes, and so it's what works for me and helps me. All right, and last card, underneath everything, we have the Three of Cups. All right, so I will show you those cards again as we go through the reading. Your Tree of Life has now been laid out. And we're going to pull now your Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. And I'm just going to shuffle them like this. I've already pre-shuffled them quite a bit, like I said. Queen of the Moon Oracle for this new moon. And, you know, this for you, since I'm coming in, you know, the third week in January, and you still have a good bit left. This is going to be a big week. So it's going to feel like quite a bit of time here in the next 10 days, I feel like. But this is going to take you into February because, of course, energies move more like a river. They don't fall like a curtain, right? So let's pull 3 for you. All right. 1. Fruition. Yeah, makes sense. October is a very important time frame for you as well. I don't know why that came to me, but it did. The Unexpected. Action. It's perfect. Isn't that a perfect combination for this particular time right now? And finally, we're going to pull you a Power of Surrender card to finish the spread. So Capricorn, how have you been? How have you been? I think that Capricorn season, I think, was tough for people. Probably very much for you. You probably did go through quite a shift, right? During that eclipse, especially with Saturn and Pluto, right? There in the mix. So I really do think that you have made a drastic change. You've probably gone through quite a cleansing and clearing time when you were just kind of weeding out the garden and pruning and making sure that you had your ducks in a row so that you could go forward with this new season, this new year, this new decade, right? And this new age. So Capricorn, for you, you know, that's something that you can have a bit of a struggle with, right? It's somewhat challenging for you to kind of just deal with stuff on the fly, right? Because you're very organized and structured. So an eclipse changes a lot. So leave me some comments about what has happened in the past couple of weeks. What's changed in your life? Anything drastic? Is it still happening? And what adjustments have you had to make? So now you're working on 2.0, 3.0, 10.0, whatever, and beta testing out the new way of doing stuff, right? So let's see. All right, card for you. This one. Surrender negative thinking. Let's start there. Okay. So you're probably rolling your eyes. I don't want to talk about negative thinking. But, you know, don't we all fall into it every time we have to go through a season where we're changing, where we have to make changes? Especially for earth signs, right? It's harder. You're more structured. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to read it, and we'll go from there. There's the card, Surrender Negative Thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. I know, easier said than done. I know. I understand. I hear you. But man, does it make a difference in every single thing that you think, thing that you say, thing that you do. It just makes a difference. So now I'm seeing this. Fruition, your first card. I'm seeing the bounty, this harvest, this incredible amount of stuff that's been going on in your head. You've been growing, you've been learning, you've been adjusting, and you've been trying not to feel such a heavy, like it's all on your head, right, Capricorn? So understand that all along you've been, yes, having to weed, having to prune. It's not fun work. It isn't. It's not. It's hard. But it does bear its fruit. It does. And moving into Aquarius with this new moon, this is a fresh start. This is the darkest part of the moon cycle. So it's kind of when we make that wish on a star at night and we say, this is what I'm really hoping to accomplish. And then, think about the short term, the midterm, and the long term goal for your year of 2020, right? And if you really put these thoughts into a positive framework, things can really change. I'm not going to convince myself anymore that I'm stuck. I know that this is a time of revolutionary change. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to go with it. It's going to come to fruition. It is. Right now, they're just blooming ideas about what you could change or how you could change them. But the new energy is allowing you, especially with Uranus, these changes, allowing you the opportunity to make the changes on the fly. And that's kind of how you're going to have to do it, Capricorn. And I know it's not easy. Okay, but it's coming to fruition. These new ideas, these new thoughts, keep them positive, right? Keep them fruitful, right? And the unexpected, because you don't know what's coming yet. You don't know what's coming yet. But you know that you gotta go. You gotta take action on these thoughts. Growing these positive thoughts. And I know that sounds trite. I know. But it's time to try something new. It's time to try something new. The Aquarius moon will help you with that. Try something new. Every time you have a negative thought, try it. Try saying to yourself, well, that's not going to help me at all. All I'm doing is stealing my own joy, creating doubt, which is drudging up fear, and then I talk myself out of all the changes that I actually want to make. So instead of being productive, I'm actually destroying any, new and exciting energy that I feel when I'm actually thinking positive. Okay. So let's look at the Tree of Life spread here. So what I call the karmic to dharmic lesson of this particular time for you. And since I'm coming in for you guys, the last 4 signs of the zodiac late in the month, I'm going to say that this is going to be more like a weekly or bi-weekly reading for you, and then come back for the February. But so for the next couple of weeks during this transitionary time into the beginning of Aquarius season, as the moon waxes, right? As the light of the moon grows, and eventually something does come to fruition with these new ideas, this new way of thinking. Unexpected things are going to come up, you'll take action on, right? That's okay. But you're going to have to do it trying to surrender the negative thought that pops up immediately. So you're working on your computer with the new operating system, all of a sudden, a bug alert. Deep breaths, take a step back, divert your attention if you need to, just to let it go and go do something else for 5 minutes, even 5 or 10 minutes, instead of like tapping on your keyboard. What is wrong with this thing, right? So it's that energy. It's working out the bugs. And you're really going to have the energy that you need to do that, because right now at this time you have for your dharmic, okay, so you're shedding this negative thinking, and what you're bringing in is a new way of thinking. King of Swords, you can do it. King of Swords, I'm going to think differently now. I'm going to start to embrace change. I'm going to really start to embrace it, not just say, okay, well, there's another thing, right? And then go into that sort of complaining mode, even if it's just internal, that we do, right? We do that. We complain if the traffic is too congested. We complain if we're 5 minutes late and then maybe one of our kids can't find their shoe. Or we complain if our favorite thing on the menu, is already sold out when you go for dinner and you've been looking forward to it all day. So it's just those little annoyances. Some are going to be little annoyances, some are going to be bigger. But a new way of thinking. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to try it differently. Try it differently. Okay. So the issue that might come up, the Four of Cups. An offer. Something that's being offered to you that may seem like it's the same old, when really it isn't. It's a good thing coming in. However, one moment please. That measly cough. Hold on one second. I do apologize. Little post-nasal drip, I suppose. All right, so the way it plays out, what's coming in, that you're looking at it and going, I don't know. Not so sure about that. Why? Because it's an interruption. And I'm seeing this, the Four of Cups, whatever's being offered to you. Hey, dude, would you do this? Or, hey, dude, you want to try this? It's something new that's being offered. And it's something that makes you feel something. But you're not sure how you feel. You're like, it stops you in your tracks and you go, well, and you think about it, but it's an interruption to your everyday life. It's an interruption. It feels like that with the Five of Wands. It feels interruptive. Imagine the Four of Wands, the card before it. The 1111 card, where things are going well, right? We're happy, feeling at home in our life, right? We know that we can chillax, we're doing well, we've built a good structure, and we can take a breather, feel good about it. So the fifth wand comes in like an interruption. And in this particular deck, it's just energy, but it does create a star. So it creates a good change. So how are you going to think about it when it comes in, whatever it is? Are you like, okay, let's say you are put on a project at work, and then your boss comes to you and says, hey, have you met Sam over here? Because Sam has done this kind of work many, many, many times, and so I thought I'd put you two together on the project. So how about working together as a team? And you're like, oh, help. Great. How's that going to work? But try to accept the idea as maybe something that is going to be really good, because underlying things for the next couple of weeks for you is the Three of Cups. This could really be something that helps you feel good during the day. Maybe somebody to, have a a laugh with, somebody that just to work with in collaboration or cooperation that helps out. It's an offer that takes a little pressure off, actually, I think. So give me a second. Let me look at the rest of your spread. Yeah, I mean, best course of action right now is the Hanged Man. So it's take another look at it. Reassess it. You know, take a step back and say to yourself, okay, I want to try to think about these in a new way. I'm going to try to accept this change. And imagine that it's a good thing. That it's going to come to fruition. That this unexpected change that I have to take action on is actually going to be good for me. It's going to be helpful, at the very least, somewhat helpful. So yeah, again, right? Get the other perspective and try. That's the best course of action. It's right here. That's what this is saying. So, I mean, perhaps, right? Consider it. Okay, so what's helping you out right now is the Four of Pentacles. So I do see a number of pentacles here on the table, and I want to say budgeting right now, right? That after holiday budgeting is probably what you've been doing. It's a good thing. It's a wise thing. Continue doing that for now. I am seeing right below that how you're feeling is the Three of Pentacles, which means that you're starting the new year off, you're readjusting finances, or you're, you know, getting back to the swing of things at work, and being seen as doing well, and having your work noticed or appreciated. That should be happening. So what's helping you out is you're going from the Three to the Four of Pentacles, stabilizing. This is so interesting because the challenge is not to slip back into the Two of Pentacles, where you're juggling and just like feeling so discombobulated and wasting energy trying to do two things at once. So maybe whatever this offer is, this offer of help or whatever it is that seems to bring in competition or a battle of wills or some type of logistical kind of situation that feels interruptive, maybe, again, rethink it, because it looks to me like it's going to help you stabilize. Could be a good thing, okay? And that's what I'm thinking here. Because you are feeling like you're going to go, you're at the Three, and the gift for you right now is it's going to the Four. You're progressing. That's a good thing. So the challenge is don't go back into the Two, okay? That's the challenge. Don't go back into that. And you know, this is right above it. This is strife, right? It's kind of strife. Juggling, being on your head in this energy, and thinking with the Magician, how do I do this? What am I going to do? How do I do it? Working the project, working the plan. Now, of course, this can apply to anything, not just at work. This can apply to working, you know, being at home and working your daily schedule. I don't see a lot of relationship much on this table right now, but I think for you, Capricorn, you know, you just went through your new moon in Capricorn, then you just went through a massive, you know, lunar eclipse, so a full moon, and yeah, and that was an emotional moon in your part, you know, in your opposite house, your house of partnership. So you know, that might have been a difficult thing. You might have gone through some changes in the household, the relationship, but it's looking good. I think your relationship's looking like it's going to stabilize as well. What you know about yourself right now is the Knight of Swords. So, new year. You are ready, set, go. You're ready. You're ready for the go. You're ready to go, to charge forward. You have a plan. You have things mapped out. And with this new Aquarian energy, I think you're going to be taking steps. You know, looking at it with new eyes. Potentially working with someone that's going to be helpful. And trying to stay out of that Two of Pentacles kind of scattered energy. And honing it. Honing it. Because if you do it all by yourself, you're in your head juggling and struggling. If you allow for help that you don't necessarily want, but because you like things your way, you just got it organized, right? Whatever this can apply to work, home, relationships. It's like working with another right now might feel challenging. Might feel like that Five of Wands a little just too much. But keep your mindset clear and your focus, because Four of Pentacles is your gift this particular lunar cycle. So I think that it's one of those things, that's a good place for you to be in the Four of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles alone or Four of Pentacles with somebody doing it together, right? That's telling me to get some help and do it together. And you may not want to, because the best course of action is take another look at it. Take an upside down perspective of it. So flip that negative thinking around and think, okay. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for you. And with this Magician right now in your thought, I mean, you are on point. I think that this change up, whatever it is that you've been through, even in the last 2 weeks for you, Capricorn, has been something that's really guiding you forward. I think you're following something that you're following your star, your North Node right now. I really think so. Unexpected things are coming, but you'll be able to work through them. And what you need to know about yourself, what's coming in, is the King of Cups. So feeling good about it, right? Thinking's on point. Just keep that negative away. Use that sword to slay those inner demons, right? Slay them. Slay those fears. They're just fears. And what you need to know about yourself is you're coming into this energy. You're coming into feeling better. You're coming into feeling more empowered. This is mind. This is heart. Right in alignment. Enjoy things. Try to enjoy them. Try to enjoy these glitches. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, I have always found that the best way to handle those kinds of interruptive, crazy making, adjustments that we have to go through, I've always found that finding humor in it is the best way. And then you end up, Three of Cups, laughing about it, and it can be comical. Now, do I know that people are going through very difficult times? Of course I do. I don't want to take away from the seriousness of some of the problems that people are going through, because I know that it's deep for a lot of people. But what you need to know about yourself is, keep your heart really open, okay? And allow for these changes, and allow for the new moon energy to sweep over you. Maybe share your time with another right now, and work on stuff together. Work on it with other people. And I think it'll keep you reminding yourself, remembering to see things differently, to allow for new perspectives on things. Because, I think more than anything in 2020, we are all being asked to have great vision, greater vision for our lives. Greater vision. I think we're being asked to see our lives with so much more potential, because we are going to see these changes on the planet, and they're growing pains. They're hard, and change is hard for everyone, but rolling with it, keeping a sense of humor and just being empathetic and kind to others. It helps along the way when we have to call IT and work the bugs out, right? So yeah. So thank you, Capricorn, for coming in. I do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you again. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. And thank you if you decide that you want to give me a thumbs up, like the video. If you think it can benefit anyone, please do share. And if you want to hear more, then subscribe and click that notification bell next to the subscribe button, and you will get a notification the next time I come back to you. All right, so thank you, Capricorn. Take care. I really would love to hear some comments about how you went through the eclipse and what it has changed in your life. So I'm very interested to read comments about that. Thank you, Caps. See you later. Take care.